the applications of trimethylsilyl halide, the first is in oxygen carbon bond cleavage reactions. Now, these reactions have been split up into three categories. First is the reaction in case of ethers. So ethers on a reaction with trimethylsilyl halide finally can get converted into alkyl halides and trimethylsilyl ethers. So this reaction actually takes place via two-step mechanism, whereby in the first step, one alkyl group gets converted into alkyl halide, and in the second step, the second alkyl group forms alkyl halide along with finally forming trimethylsilyl ethers. Now, next is the reaction with esters. So, esters tend to form carboxylic acids, and when we see the reaction stepwise, thereby esters are also converted into acids via giving alkyl halides in the presence of water. Finally is the reaction with epoxides. So epoxides have an intermediate salt state whereby halide salts are formed as the product of first step, and which finally proceeding at the end giving alkenes along with the halogen. So these are the three applications whereby oxygen carbon bonds are broken, and respectively we get alkyl halides and acids and alkenes. Next application of trimethylsilyl halide is that trimethylsilyl iodides give addition reactions with aldehydes and ketones. That means they tend to form adducts. So there are two reactions which I have shown. One is with aldehyde and other is with ketone. Now in the aldehyde reaction, through via an intermediate state, finally, we get alpha iodo trimethylsilyl ether as the final product. Whereas in ketone, through a series of 2-3 step reactions, we finally get ketoenol tautomers, and the ketonic adduct is the beta iodo adduct, where we find the interconversion between keto and enol forms is shown in the final product. So that is the nucleophilic addition reaction of aldehydes and ketones, finally giving both the cases. One case we get alpha iodo adduct, and in the second case we get beta iodo adduct. Protection of terminal alkynes. These type of groups or compounds we have seen earlier also, where as per the need of certain reactions, some groups are protected, and when the conditions are passed on, then those groups are recovered. So that is how our compound, that is trimethylsilyl halide, also acts in the same fashion. Now here we can see that we have first a terminal alkyne, and it reacts with an organometallic compound whereby the metal is substituted in the place of hydrogen of the terminal alkyne. That means the alkyne is not protected. Now we react the same compound with trimethylsilyl halide, and our silicon functional group substitutes in the place of metal. Now after that, the reactions which I have shown in red color, after that if you try to react again with the same organometallic compound, the metal cannot displace the silicon part, and thereby our alkyne remains protected. No substitution occurs at that position. However, the other hydrogen gets substituted by the metal. Also, I have shown you that if you tend to react the same compound with any of the electrophiles, then the electrophile will be substituted in the place of metal. However, our terminal alkyne will be protected, and this can be recovered easily either by reacting with water or by reacting with a combination of alcohol and carbonate salt. So this is how the terminal alkynes are protected.